In this video, I want to talk about attitude. And so I have been studying attitude because I am amazed as I see people who every single day, they're like consistent. I've known them for years, and every single interaction, every single time I see them, they're positive. They got a good attitude. They're smiling. And then you see people that are every single time you talk to them, they've had some tragic, something happened, a crisis. They quit their job or they got fired, all these different things. It's like constantly, it's never things are good for them. They always got something negative to say. They talk about people, all these different things. And I just kind of interesting. And I want to be the former. I want to be positive. I want to be uplifting, encouraging. I always want to have a smile on my face. I want to see the best in people. I want to see the best in myself. I want to constantly be improving and growing. And so I've been studying attitude every single day. I've been reading, of course, my word. If you follow me, you know I read the Bible every single day. I have scriptures that I read every single day. I've been reading The Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Peale. I've been reading Jeffrey Gitomer's book on attitude. I think it's the Yes Attitude. It's the yellow book. And every single day, at least 2 pages, I'm reading about attitude. And I'm just working on me. I'm working on how can I improve my attitude? How can I show up better? And how can I, just be more positive? And so I think that, when you want positive results, you have to be positive. You can't, expect something negative to happen and, be negative and then want something positive to happen. You can't. If you want something positive to happen, you got to plant positive seeds. And so very important that you're positive, that that you see the best, that you're planting positive seeds, so you're being kind to people as dealing with them, that you have a good attitude every time you're around people, and not just around other people but in your own thoughts. You're thinking about positive things, you're seeing positive things happen, you have these positive images every single day consistently. If somebody comes to you with something negative, you have something positive to turn it around. You put a positive spin on it. Every single day you're expecting the best. And so, and also I forgot to tell you, I've been reading Joel Osteen every single day, something of his, 2 pages in any of his books. They're all the same for me. They all have encouraging scripture, biblical references every single day. I'm reading. And so I think that, when you put in positive, you get positive out. You can't put in negative and then expect positive to come out. So if you put in positive, you get positive out. If you put in negative, you get negative out. And so you can't be positive and negative at the same time. And I mean at the exact same moment, right? Because we can have positive and negative, all these different thoughts. But so I've been studying attitude, and I've been just looking at it, in a very small way, just, putting in positive things, on a regular basis. And I've been thinking this is a kind of a paraphrase something that I got from Jeffrey Gitomer, and I've just been reading. I've been thinking about what I'm reading. How can I put it into play? I've been writing about what I've been reading, just looking at, my own life. How can I get better? Really looking at a thought journal, like every single day. Okay, what am I predominantly thinking about? And sometimes I'm thinking about it first. Okay, what am I thinking about? What are my dominant thoughts every single day? Are they mostly positive or are they mostly negative? And so I'm just thinking about how can I be more positive? And so I have these. And I always say, when you have negative thoughts, you got to have something positive to counteract it. If not, all day long, your thoughts will be pouncing, negative thoughts will be pouncing all over. And so we have so many thoughts every single day that we have to make it a habit that when something negative comes up, we cancel it out with something positive. And so I have these the 10 positive images that kind of come I can replace these negative thoughts every single day. And so one of them is me and my ideal weight. So I'm thinking about, what do I look like in my ideal weight? What size am I going to be? Maybe some clothes that I'm going to be wearing, but how do I look at my ideal weight? And so I look at me. I'm planning to write 2 new books, and so I'm thinking about myself in those 2 books, those 2 titles on the New York Times bestseller list. I'm looking at being on the bestseller list across the board, writing for Forbes. So I'm constantly thinking about, when something negative comes up, I'm thinking about, okay, being a New York Times bestseller. I'm thinking about happy things. I'm thinking about funny things. Certain things you have, on a daily basis or weekly basis, you have things that are funny that, really get you in the belly laugh, get you crying when you laugh. And I'm thinking about positive things. I'm thinking about happy things. And I'm thinking about my kids being happy. And so I'm constantly thinking, okay, how can I make my kids happy? Or what happens when what are they doing when they got this happy laugh, this belly laugh? Are they watching something on TV? Was it a joke? Because they're both jokes. My 2 youngest ones are both jokesters. They like to tell jokes. They like to look for jokes to tell. And so I'm looking at, okay, what does it take to make them happy? I'm looking at, discipline, being a disciple for Jesus, or discipling others. How can I do that on a regular basis? I'm thinking about, okay, what is my story? What parts of my story I want to share? What parts of my story will be helpful for other people? So I'm thinking about, how can I be a disciple for Jesus every single day with my personality, with my natural bent, being shy? How can I share pieces of my story? How can I help somebody else? So discipling for Jesus, witnessing, sharing my story. I think about my ideal bank account, so I can look in, replace a negative thought with what my ideal bank account would be. So I can see my name on the my business name on the bank statement, my ideal bank account, the bank balance, and then total, just deposits all the way down. I'm looking at all the deposits that would have come in that month that give me that bank balance. I'm looking at, how can I help others? So all during the day, I'm thinking about, when those negative thoughts come, how can I help others? Is it volunteering at a shelter? Is it giving clothes? Is it encouraging word? I'm looking at my ideal house, my ideal car. I'm thinking about, instead of, all these negative things, thinking about my problems, I'm replacing those with, what does my ideal house look like? And I'm just walking through the house, every single room, and my car, what does it smell like? What's the interior? Is it leather? Is it chrome? All these different things. I'm looking at all the different things that I could be thinking about. And as I think about it, I add more things that are positive. So you want to be flooding your mind with positive images, solutions to your problems, things that you want to attain, things you want to be, things you want to have. And you constantly replacing those things with something positive. Can you replace all the negative? You're constantly replacing all the negative. Can you replace all the negative? Probably not. But you can change the trajectory of your life by just thinking about things that are positive when something negative comes up. Because if you just harbor on things that are negative, what somebody did to you, all the things you want to do to get back at somebody, what you're mad about, what somebody did to upset you, somebody cut you off in traffic. If you think about that, you'll get more of those things. Think about things that you want. Think about things that are positive. Think about uplifting things. Think about encouraging. Think about how you can help other people. And the next thing is, think about things that you can be grateful for. So every single day, of course, I heard this from Oprah Winfrey. Every single day, I'm looking, okay, what's 5 things that I can be grateful for? And I'm thinking every single day. And you can go to my website, shondamiles.com. You can look at the blog, and I posted 50 things that you could be thankful for. So if you're having trouble thinking about things that thinking about things that you're grateful for, you can go to my website. You can look at the blog, and you can see the things that give you some ideas. But for me, it's every single day I'm looking at, okay, thank you, God, for my health and strength. I'm so grateful that I can walk, and I can talk, and I can feed myself, and I can drive, and I can read, and I can write. I'm thanking God that I have a nice vehicle, that I can get up and go whenever I get ready. I can travel anywhere in the country in my vehicle, and I don't have to worry about it breaking down or anything like that. I have a nice house. A lot of people don't have a roof over their head. I'm thankful that I have a nice house, that it's comfortable. It's nice for me. I'm very, very happy with it. So 4 is food. I'm thankful that I have food, because I have more than enough food. Every single day I can typically eat whatever I want. So I'm thankful that I have food. Nice clothes. I have nice clothes. I have, I always bought nice clothes. So I have more clothes than I probably would ever need, but I have nice clothes. And so I'm just thinking about what can I be grateful for? And there's so many things that we can be grateful for. And what we appreciate. So we want to make sure that we're being grateful, that we're not just wanting more things, but that we're grateful for the things that we do have. Every single day, I'm journaling my thoughts, because sometimes we'll get like in a negative downward spiral. We don't even know what happened. And so when we start journaling our thoughts, we'll see that something threw us off track, And so unless we're aware, unless we're paying attention to what we're thinking about, we don't even know what happened. So journal your thoughts. Do what I have to, you do whatever you have to do every single day, realizing that you don't have to do it, but that God bless you to see another day where you get to do it. And so it's a privilege and an honor to be able to wake up and be able to do whatever it is that you get to do. And these are just things that you can do to improve your attitude. If you want to improve your attitude, journal your thoughts, change your attitude about doing what you have to do, and realize that it's a blessing to be able to wake up and get to do those things. And then prayers for others. And the third one is, think about praying for other people. It'll certainly change your attitude. You think about how many people you can pray for, how many people you have been blessed to be in relationships with, to be around, to be associated with, family and friends, people that are there for you, people that you can be there for. And then realizing in every moment that someone would gladly take your place. And then 2, that things could be so much worse than they are. Could be so much worse. And then, I look at situations like, what is this meant to teach me? Because sometimes we ignore the obvious, right? We see blaring, things that we need to learn, things that we need to do differently. So think about, what is this meant to teach me? Whenever you have an opportunity, something comes up, you want to think about, what is this meant to teach me? And what I think about is, I have a Father who never fails. He knows every hair on my head. And so it's something to be so grateful for, that God, has allowed us to live, and that he never fails. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. We know that things don't work out in our timing, they're in his timing, but it's perfect timing. So just something to be thinking about. When you think about 5 ways that you can have a better attitude, is be aware of your current attitude. Be aware of your current attitude, acknowledge it. So what are how do you feel? Are you happy? Are you sad? Is your attitude mostly positive, or is it mostly negative? And if it's mostly negative, you got to start changing what goes on the inside of you. You got to put things in you that are positive, and you have to drown out those things that are negative. So you have to constantly be putting things in inside of you. And so that's why I like Bible in 90 days for that. I like reading affirmations. I like listening to positive, positive movies, positive videos, positive, reading positive books, inspirational books. 2 is be grateful for what you have. Look for the good in every single thing. 3 is be around positive people. Just make sure that you're around people who are going to make you better. And being around positive people will help you be better. They'll show you how it is to be better. 4 is fill yourself with scriptures, books, videos. 5 is think positive thoughts. Cancel out those negative thoughts with, I mentioned before, those different things. Positive. Cancel out those negative thoughts with something positive. And then what do you want? Decide what it is that you really want. Most people don't know what they want. So decide what you really want. Read affirmations, read scriptures, journal your thoughts, acknowledge what thoughts you're having. And then, put your goals in a mirror in your bathroom, so you can constantly be looking at them. You constantly be aware. But like I said, this on attitude is really, the study for me on attitude is of course it's never ending, right? It's to the day I die, I'll be studying attitude, and it's a constant work in progress. So you have to constantly be reading and studying, growing with your attitude, constantly being aware of, are you positive? Are you negative? Do you have a growth mindset? Are you fixed? Have a fixed mindset. And growth mindset, it just means that you're constantly growing. You know that you can improve. You know you can get better. You know you're not stuck in this, whatever. If you're in a negative attitude, you know you're not stuck. You can always improve. So I hope this will help you improve your attitude. Constantly be aware of your attitude, knowing that you can change, knowing that you can get better, knowing that every single day you can take one step forward and be more positive. It's going to help you, your family, the people that you're around, live a better life. So work on your attitude every day. Make a commitment every single day to have a better attitude.